afternoon, good evening, students. This is your main train dropper as usual. Previously, I have other tutorials that I've been putting on YouTube. Those tutorials are for N4, who are doing N4, N2F levels, N4, N5, N6. Elders, young ones are supposed also to practice these tutorials. People who are doing life orientation, they are supposed to practice. Business studies, they are supposed to practice. Computer, IT, information technology, they are supposed to study. Those who are doing public administration, management, communication, entrepreneurship, and business management, they have to do also computer practice. Let me proceed. We are going to have a look at using the desktop. The desktop, we are going to have a look at getting to know how the desktop works, exploring the taskbar, managing multiple windows, using task view, customizing the taskbar, creating shortcuts. We are going to have a look at using touch devices. Some of you, I know you've never seen any touch devices. Understanding gestures. Let's proceed.
While modern apps are prominent on the Start menu, the desktop is primary work area in Windows 11. In this chapter, you will learn how to use and customize the features available on the desktop, including the taskbar. You will also learn how to create shortcuts and manage multiple windows open on the desktop. Finally, you will be introduced to gestures and about using Windows 11 on touch devices. The Start menu provides access to all of your apps and provides access to managing your computer settings and devices. The desktop is where the applications and programs open and run, including modern apps. The Windows 11 desktop will be familiar for users of previous versions of Windows, and the experience of using it will be similar. There are new features on the desktop, including changes to File Explorer, the Task Manager, and support for multi-desktop usage. Also, modern apps introduced in Windows 8 now automatically run in a traditional desktop window.
As I explained, I didn't explain what is a window. A window is a graphical user interface. A window is a graphical user interface. A graphical user interface is between me and my computer. That is the interface. So examples of Windows operating system or examples of OS. We have Windows 98. We have Windows 2000. We have Windows 2000 Profession. We have 2000 Millennium. We have Linux. We have Ubuntu. That's another type of window. We have also another example. We have Windows 10. We have Windows 11 and other new operating systems that we are going to see. Don't forget also we have what we call Windows SUSE. Let's proceed.
From the desktop, you can access programs, folders, and settings. A program is a set of instructions that tells the computer what to do. Programs are also known as software and applications. Word processors, spreadsheets, and graphic design applications are examples of programs. Folders contain all of your files, such as documents you create with a word processor or photographs transferred from your phone or camera. The Windows taskbar helps you manage all of your open programs, since each open window is represented by a button on the taskbar. The taskbar contains other features as well. Let's take a closer look at how you can use the taskbar. The notification area on the far right side of the taskbar shows the current time and displays status icons for various elements of your computer. Double-clicking an icon generally opens a dialog box related to the feature. Each icon contains a screen tip that gives a brief description. Take a moment to read each screen tip. By default, the taskbar includes several program icons, including the Start button, Search, Desktops, Widgets, Chat, File Explorer, Edge, and the Microsoft Store. As you open and launch programs and apps, additional icons will display on the taskbar. The Search option is one of the most convenient ways to find things on your computer. Search will scour programs, the Internet, and all of the folders in your folders, including documents, pictures, music, desktop, and other locations. It will also search your email messages, saved instant messages, appointments, and contacts. Program buttons on the taskbar provide an easy way for you to display and minimize your open programs. For your convenience, 2 additional programs have been launched, and their icons display on the taskbar. If you're not sure which program is represented by a button, you can move the mouse pointer over the button. A small thumbnail image of the program window and its contents are displayed. Try this now. Good. Right now, both programs are minimized. You can redisplay a program window by clicking its button on the taskbar.
Right now I'll choose the calculator. I'll select the calculator. This is the one here on my taskbar.
Good. To minimize the calculator window again, you can click the Minimize button on its title bar, or just click its button again on the taskbar.
This is the title bar. I can click on the Minimize button, or I come and I select here, it automatically minimize.
Often, your desktop will contain multiple windows as you work with different programs. When multiple windows are open, you can use the program buttons on the taskbar to quickly switch among them. To show you how this is done, several more windows will be opened on the desktop. Windows comes with a variety of small programs, including Notepad, WordPad, and an image editing program called Paint. To switch to an open window, you can click the window's corresponding button on the taskbar. Clicking this button will cause the window to come to the front of all the other windows, making it ready for you to use. Another way to bring a window to the front is by clicking any part of the window. Let's practice switching among the open windows using the taskbar buttons. Begin by switching to the Notepad window, and then switch to the WordPad window and Paint window.
This is my taskbar. I'm going to select Notepad. Where is Notepad? Where's Notepad? Where's Notepad? Is this Notepad or this? This is my Notepad. The Windows has disappeared yet. Notepad is behind the window. And then I select the that's WordPad.
You can quickly minimize and show all open program windows on the desktop using the Show the Desktop command. This command is available on the taskbar shortcut menu or by clicking the far right of the taskbar. Another way to view all windows and select one is by using the Alt plus Tab keys. Pressing Alt plus Tab displays a small icon of each window and the desktop. Pressing the Tab key again selects the next icon, and so forth. When the window you want is selected, releasing both keys displays the window in front of the others. As more programs are opened, the taskbar can become crowded. If multiple windows for the same program are open and space on the taskbar is limited, then Windows automatically groups these windows into one taskbar button. To demonstrate this, more WordPad documents will be opened. Each document will appear in a separate minimized WordPad window. When multiple instances of a program are running, each open file is represented by the single icon on the taskbar. Positioning the mouse pointer over the taskbar icon will display a thumbnail of each instance, or all open windows. You can then select the thumbnail to display it. The taskbar can also be used as a quick way to close your windows. Right-clicking a program button on the taskbar opens a shortcut menu for the program. Let's use this method to close a window. Notice that the Paint window has been closed and that the button, Paint, is no longer on the taskbar. A quick way to minimize all of the windows on the desktop at once is by using the Show the Desktop command, accessible from the taskbar shortcut menu, or the Show Desktop option on the taskbar. As you can see, all of the open windows have been minimized. These programs are still active and are accessible by clicking their buttons on the taskbar. All items can be redisplayed by clicking the Show Desktop option again. Snap layouts allow you to arrange your desktop using 6 different grid options, including 2 windows as a 50-50 split, 2 windows as a 70-30 split, 3 windows split into thirds, 3 windows as a 50-25-25 or 25-50-25 split, 4 windows split into quarters. To view these snap grid layouts, hover your mouse over the Windows Maximize icon. The Snap Layout menu is also available via a keyboard shortcut. Several apps have unique title bars, so the Maximize button may not be available, making keyboard shortcuts potentially essential to arrange your desktop windows. When you select one of the Snap Layout options, each region of the screen will change to display the windows you currently have open. Good. Now you see your open windows arranged to reflect the layout you selected. Snap layouts work particularly well if you have a large monitor, allowing you to fully utilize your workspace. Snap layouts offer a convenient way to arrange the windows into the positions you want them, but you can also dynamically resize them or drag to one edge of the screen to snap it in place. You can choose an arrangement that is most suitable to your needs and the number of windows you keep open while working. Additional customization options are available for multitasking in the System settings, where you can also turn off the Snap Layouts feature. Another way to see all of the open apps and quickly switch between them is Task View. Task View allows you to efficiently multitask by running multiple programs or projects across multiple desktops. With Task View, you can switch from one task or desktop to another. There are several methods of launching Task View. Click or tap the Task View button on the taskbar, swipe from the left edge of the screen on a touch device, or press the Windows plus Tab keys on your keyboard. Good. When Task View is opened, all the applications that are currently running are displayed. If nothing is open, you will not see any apps, just the desktops. Here you can see each of the apps you are running. Just as you did with the thumbnail images on the taskbar, you can click or tap the images here to select one. Virtual desktops are a convenient way to organize your open applications and capitalize on screen real estate. Good. Notice Desktop 2 has been created and displays at the bottom of the screen. Use Task View to move applications between one virtual desktop and another. To do so, right-click the app that you want to move. Select Move To, then move it to another desktop.
On the mouse we have what we call a left button mouse and a right button mouse. Now I'm going to right click with a right button mouse. Then I position the mouse pointer over and then I select Move to New Desktop.
Good. The Calculator app is now running on Desktop 2. Using multiple desktops allows you to create unique workspaces. For example, you might reserve one for web browsing, one for photo editing or music, and a third for gaming. While Task View is open, you can create a new desktop by clicking or tapping the New Desktop button at the top of the window, or by dragging apps to that area. As you saw, the shortcut menu also allows you to create new desktops. Once you have created multiple desktops, they will display in Task View along the top of the screen, just as you see Desktop 1 and Desktop 2 displayed here. You can drag apps from one desktop to another and create a new desktop by pressing Win plus Control plus D. Closing a desktop in Task View will move the open apps there back to the original desktop, or one to the left if you have more than two. To close Task View, click the Task View button. For example, if you close Desktop 2 in this example, the Calculator app will move back to Desktop 1. Let's close Desktop 2 now. The Windows taskbar appears on the bottom of the screen by default, but it can also be positioned to the left of the taskbar. Depending on your monitor resolution, available screen real estate, and personal preference, you can move your taskbar. Moving the taskbar icons to the left to suit your personal preferences can free up space to add more toolbars and buttons. But the taskbar may be locked at the bottom of the desktop. You can unlock it and move it to any side of the desktop. Let's unlock the taskbar so that you can move it. Now let's move the taskbar icons. Let's see how they look on the left side of the taskbar.
I'm going to click on all taskbar alignment, and then I select left.
Good. Notice the taskbar icons now display on the left side of the taskbar. Whether centered or on the left side, all the buttons function in the same way. If the taskbar is ever hidden, you can press Windows plus T or hover the mouse pointer at the bottom of the desktop to redisplay it. For your convenience, the open apps will be closed. The taskbar options will be recentered and the settings window closed. Here you see the default program buttons that the taskbar contains. As you have seen, these icons enable you to quickly open a program or tool. In addition to the default options, you may also want to add more buttons for your frequently used programs. Let's add a program icon to the taskbar. To locate a program or app from the Start menu that is not currently displayed, use the All Apps option and scroll to the program you're searching for. For additional options of working with apps that are showing, use the Context-Sensitive Shortcut menu by right-clicking an Apps icon.
Yeah, I'm going to select calendar.
From the shortcut menu, you see you have the
use
options to
right-click.
not only pin the item to the taskbar,
Left-click,
but to
sorry.
remove it from the Start menu, resize, and turn off the live tile. Let's pin the item to the taskbar now. Good. The calendar app is now available for quick access on the taskbar. To remove the icon, follow the same procedure and right-click the tile and choose to unpin the app. You can also right-click the icon directly from the taskbar. Let's remove the button from the taskbar now. Another way to pin an item to the taskbar is to do so directly from the Program Files directory. Just browse to that directly, locate the program you want to pin, and right-click the item just as you did with the shortcut menu. Though there are no desktop icons currently displayed, you can also drag icons directly from the desktop to the taskbar to pin an app. Another way to customize features of the taskbar is to use the taskbar settings, accessible from the System settings. Using the Settings option from the taskbar's shortcut menu will directly launch the taskbar settings. The taskbar settings provide options to adjust the taskbar display and functionality. Here you can choose which buttons appear on the taskbar. Since most app and system icons are hidden, a flyout menu is available to display hidden icons using a corner overflow menu. Most corner icons are permanent, but some can be hidden by toggling them on or off. Let's take a look at additional options. In addition to moving your icons to the left, you automatically hide the taskbar, show badges, and set how the taskbar works on multiple displays. There are several options available for personalizing and working with the taskbar, but for now, we'll continue using the default settings. Let's close the settings window. Although the Start menu is a convenient and valuable tool for accessing any program on your computer, some items are not readily accessible. Windows enables you to create shortcuts to programs and files and place them in various locations, including the desktop. Let's create a shortcut to the Notepad program. For your convenience, the folder location of the Notepad application has been opened. You can create a shortcut for most items using its shortcut menu. The Send To option on the shortcut menu leads to a submenu of options for working with the item, including creating a shortcut. The Send To submenu is used to send a copy of the item to a variety of locations. The Desktop Create Shortcut option creates a link to the item and places the link on the desktop. Good. You can now open the Notepad program by just double-clicking its icon on the desktop. Notice that the Notepad icon contains an upturned arrow. This indicates that the icon is a shortcut and not the original program. If you choose to delete the shortcut, the original program will not be deleted. To remove a desktop shortcut, you can just right-click its icon and choose the Delete command or use your keyboard. Let's remove the Notepad shortcut.
And I press Delete on my keyboard.
Notice the desktop icon has been removed. Let's close the system window now. The popularity of tablets and smartphones necessitates the use of multi-touch and gesturing. Working with a touchscreen often provides a quicker and more fluid experience. Using Windows 11 with a mouse gives you the same experience as in previous versions of the OS, particularly when working with desktop applications. On the Start screen, the mouse and keyboard also function capably when engaging the hot corners and the app switcher. Touchscreens enable you to interact with and directly manipulate what is displayed on screen using your fingers rather than a mouse, touchpad, or stylus. If you are using a handheld device or tablet, a touch keypad will display whenever you need to input text. You don't need a touchscreen to fully utilize Windows 11. Both the mouse and keyboard and multi-touch are available in this course. If using a tablet or touchscreen monitor, Windows 11 will detect if you attach a mouse and keyboard. This allows you to seamlessly switch between tablet mode using gestures and desktop mode using a mouse and keyboard. If you're using a Windows 11 tablet device or are equipped with a touchscreen monitor, you'll want to familiarize yourself with common touch-based gestures for navigating Windows. Gestures, or multi-touch gestures, are motions that you make with one or two fingers. Most of these actions can be performed with a mouse and keyboard as well. If your touchscreen is able to recognize at least two touch points, you can use gestures. To tap is to briefly touch the surface with your fingertip. Double tap is to rapidly touch the surface 2 times. To flick or swipe, quickly brush the surface with your fingertip. To drag, move your fingertip over the surface without breaking contact. To pinch, touch the surface with 2 fingers and bring them closer together. To spread, touch the surface with 2 fingers and move them apart. In this chapter, you created a desktop shortcut and used the taskbar and snap layouts to manage multiple windows on the desktop. You also customized several features of the taskbar. Finally, you learned about gestures and about using Windows 11 on touch devices.